Hello, this is the 62nd lecture of the Semantic SEO course. In this lecture, we will focus on one of the attributes for the voter, which is pH. We focus on the pH attribute of the voter because it is one of the root attributes. Because technically anything on this planet or universe, they all have the pH value. But when it comes to understanding the voter type and benefits of voter or the quality of the voter, pH is one of the root attributes that help us to derive more or further attributes and also change the definition of other attributes at the same time. One more time, as you see here, we have Healthline, which is the website that we are trying to get classified together. And here we have the specific web page that we are targeting in the context of pH of the voter, which is a contextual domain. And when we look at this specific section, I need to tell one more thing. If you want to choose a target web page for creating your own contextual vector, structure, connections, and the hierarchy, be careful that the web page that you have chosen as an example doesn't rank just because of the page rank. If you choose a web page that ranks highly due to the exogenous factors, it means that actually you are taking the example or let's say the wrong example. But if you have chosen a web page that ranks due to their overall proven topical authority through the years and historical data and extraordinary information on these pages, it will be very much more beneficial. In the context of the sequence modeling, as we have mentioned before, one more time, we try to focus on a specific type of contextual vector together with different types of sequence models, which means that pH of Arctic water, pH of luxury water, pH meter for water, or pH of alkaline water, acidic water, or water quality and water brands, and price effect of pH, health effects of pH in the context of water, and high pH, low pH, medium pH, pH measurement. We will be focusing on all of these things. Even inside the queries, you will realize that we directly have a certain type of water type, then we focus on the pH of that. And we also have certain measurement words like high or the low. Even if you don't see the low directly, if you see the high, always you will be using lexical semantics or lexical semantics there directly to connect it to the specific section as well. And in this area, if you look at to the bottom parts, you will realize that the words like acidic or basic type of concepts will be used. Certain types of brands will be appearing, or different types of the water sources or drinking water sources like geysers, they will be appearing in this area. If you see the crystal geyser, which means that it is a water source, and since it is a water source, it is an entity class, which means you will need to get other examples even if they don't exist in this area directly. And Fiji water pH level or pure water pH level or other types of aspects appear in this area. In the context of image designing or unique image designing, this specific content brief was also a really good opportunity for us to demonstrate some certain principles and the methodologies, and we will be having it as well. So basically, what to know about the pH of drinking water. This is the first specific macro context that we have chosen, because even if this specific question format explicitly, even if it doesn't appear in this area, effects of the pH or measurement of the pH and definition of the pH and different types of the water based on the sources of water or let's say filtration methodology of the water, they all appear in the queries. In this case, since we can't focus on only one of these things like sources or brands or also benefits of the risks, we ask a general question, and once we ask this general question, we start our specific contextual vector from the definition. As you see here, we have a specific phrase here, just the pH, then the pH level. Even the water doesn't appear in this area, but as I say, these are represented queries. Once with the sequence modeling you actually interpret these queries, you will realize that after the pH, the most probable word sequence will be including actually the water directly there as well. That's why we ask the specific question, what is pH? Macro context has both of them, but the second section, which is our main content beginning part, it directly asks the pH. Then it asks importance of pH for drinking water, which means that we are connecting pH to drinking water after defining it in a really good way. Because we realize that once we search for this specific contextual vector, we realize beyond water, even expansion or invention or further other contexts, they directly appear in the specific SERP. Even if they don't appear, they signal the possible other contextual information as well. That's why calculation, measurement, history, or definition or invention, they will be also be appearing in this part. And one more time, as you realize, we don't link directly from these specific parts. And again, one more important thing here is you realize that we use or we see the color red, which means that most of these things are added to our topical map while creating this specific content brief, but these briefs are not created yet entirely or completely. That's why they are marked as actually red. So in the next lecture, we will examine our contextual vector and hierarchy and structure together with our anchor text, and we will be creating again one more time these main and supplementary content distinction together with the contextual borders that we have chosen. And from there, by talking about a little bit further the sequence modeling, we will be starting to examine the articles. Thank you.